make this much, so here's how much so that I make all that money that YouTube would have made off of you, here's like how much it costs. And I'm like, that's a crazy way to think about it.
Yeah.
Or like that's a per track model, not an album model.
Yeah.
So.
Well, that's the the iTunes model. So.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. No, I got that.
I don't know much about Bandcamp, but that's another one I've heard of.
Bandcamp, you can do it. Bandcamp is weird because it literally lets you do it either way. You can buy track by track, or you can just buy flat albums on Bandcamp. It purely depends on how the artist has it set up.
Gotcha.
Yeah. That's how that one works.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
So that thing that happened earlier that I was like, oh, I gotta be quiet for a moment, just enjoy it. I'm doing some flooring. I'm working this weekend. At this very, very kind woman's home, so I'm very happy to do it for her. I'm gonna make it look super great. But her neighbor, like 2 houses down, who I'm just enjoying my lunch in front of, I believe his grandson came over.
Okay.
Or this elderly man has a very, very young and very, I would say, attractive college-aged boyfriend. And I'm like, hello, you have a very nice haircut, and you're looking at me, and you grin, and I'm like, you have a very nice smile. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm happy for you, Tom.
Listen, I'm just allowed to, but I just was like, this will be nothing more than me just being able to appreciate a person based on their appearance. I'm just gonna enjoy that facet very much.
How dare
you know what I mean? Like, I'm literally like, I'm not gonna talk to this person. I do not plan on considering them more than that.
And
like,
never engaging them in any way, shape, or form.
Right. I do this a lot. Like, I try to explain this. Somebody's like, I won't use his name. My buddy, love him. Not great with women, but like would like to be, and is attempting to, and has just never had a girlfriend, but is like kind of like into it. And I'm like, okay, like it's actually been a while since I've talked to him, so I don't know how this is currently. But when we were playing consistently, that narrows down my pool. Anyway,
it's okay. Your audio cut. You're good.
When we were seeing each other consistently as friends, I essentially heard him talk about like this person who he'd see consistently. I'm like, kind of just there because she has to be. She sounds like she's being polite to you, but every time you've asked to hang out, like she says no.
Yeah.
She's being very polite, like, and I can hear her saying no basically, and I'm like, that's 3 times that she has like not become available.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how many times has she offered an alternative time or date or a different activity? And he was like, never. And I'm like,
not interested.
So zero interest.
Yeah.
Because literally she would suggest, but maybe next week. Can we talk about it then? Because then she'd be prompting you to have the conversation.
Yeah. How about
a second.
this time? Yeah.
Inviting you inviting you to try again, but it's not just bad time frames, which is fine. But I'm like, at some point you just gotta like shrug it off, and like you can just appreciate and you can have just a little crush and just be like, I'm just gonna enjoy.
Just window shop,
I'm literally just gonna enjoy that I get to chill with this person, and I'm not actually gonna push anymore than this, whatever this is right now. Just like I get to have feelings for a person. They don't reciprocate it, and I'm allowed to feel that way. But if they clearly aren't reciprocating it, like you gotta just leave it at that. Then just gotta stop at that.
That's what it is. Yeah.
But it's like you just sorry. I'm like, and you can, but like I'm like you're gonna get sick of that feeling obviously at some point because it comes with a little bit of a bad one as well.
Yeah.
It is unreciprocated, and that can hurt. But if you're just really harshly honest with yourself, I think you can like shake your own like self-pity, you know. Sometimes I think harsh reality can sometimes be good. That's why I turn to you out sometimes, because I'm an emotional thinker.
I got you, fam.
I'm a little emotionally knee-jerky. I'm just like, oh, that sounds terrible. They
I'm
don't wear
upset.
Usually I'm just like, oh, I don't want to. Well, because sometimes Alex, sometimes I do think you come over. You know, it doesn't come. You don't talk about it in your streams,
Mm-hmm.
but sometimes I'm like, this man is literally like cynical just because he wants to be that way right now. He doesn't have to be this fucking cynical. He loves this game. Like, you'll be like really mad at a game about something. I'm like, you freaking love this game. What is he shit talking it about?
It's because I'm playing poorly at the time and I don't want to blame myself. Purely what it is. No, 100%. Because yes, I absolutely do that.
LOL, we're playing Civs with barbarians off, and you're like, man, I'm sure hate when we have barbarians on. And I'm like, fuck, we aren't playing with barbarians on for a reason, and you still want to bitch about when we do.
Yes, absolutely.
And but you're getting that's me in my mind, because I'm just like, eye roll. But Max is like, that's bait. I'm baited.
Yep. Got him. Yeah, eventually I'll get so sick of it, I will never ever have to deal with barbarians again. I just have to literally never let up for the next
Alex,
5 years.
Here is my count. There are a lot of civilizations that literally have, like, mechanics that are just involving barbarians.
Yes, that is correct. I even enjoy some of them.
Like,
Yes.
a religious motivation with barbarian buffs. So it's like, there is an entire, like, it's not actually early game, because early game they're just barbarians. But like, once you start getting like strong religions, I guess around what,
Probably
guess,
late medieval, early Renaissance.
They definitely are getting wiped out by the Renaissance. Like,
yep,
I think, right?
They can still pop up, and like if there's one on an island out in the middle of nowhere, it can be irritating as hell. Because if they're on an island in the middle of nowhere, they've been making fleets the entire game, and barbarians and city-states do tech up with the world. So if it's off on a forgotten island somewhere, slowly spawning pirates, it will eventually reach the point where it'll have like 30 ships, and then all of a sudden they all upgrade to destroyers. And so now there's just a massive barbarian fleet in the waters that you have to watch for. And it's just a bad time. Like, that is a thing that can happen, yes. Like,
and then you're just kind of like, oh god.
Yep. Well, this is unfortunate. Boy, I sure hope I wasn't trading with literally anyone over the water. Because, those routes are gone now. Those are just gone now. Nope. That's the barbarians now. Yep. I'm done.
I only recently learned how to play that game well. I finally understand how to use, because I always like to hyper focus like one aspect of the game at a time. Like, I'll just be like, okay, this one's an insanely, I like to make tall builds. It's how I like to play games. I like to make a very stable, tall thing, and then I like to test it, like, its limits a little bit. Usually it crumbles at some point. It does that. Yeah. But I'm thinking Stellaris. Ooh, yeah, my empire. Anyway. Oh,
well, that one hits.
I'm getting a finger wagged at me. I gotta go. Not actually. He's like, I'm getting join us. So nah. I'll talk to you later.
Yeah, y'all have fun.
We shall. I may hop into the. I may not be able to. I don't have the battery to keep up the stream. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're good. You're good.
All right.
Be free, man.
Thomas, signing off. Rejoining planet Earth. Everybody have a good day or evening, and a better tomorrow.
Yeah. All right. There, Jacksepticeye. You do that.
What is Jack?
Jack is one of those people that has the huge, like, let's spend like a good 5 minutes before I leave talking about the community and just hoping everybody's doing well. Jack does that a lot. Would recommend.
I should watch his videos again.
Yeah.
I really got his Subnautica. I think it was Subnautica. No, it was his Hello Neighbor. I really like.
Yeah. See, I had one where it was so this guy who is essentially a public speaking coach, started doing YouTube stuff where he actually just like reviews YouTube, like popular YouTubers, and going over like, here's what they do right, here's what they're doing wrong, like all this stuff. And then, like, sometimes, like Jack did, where it's like he got it, and then he reacted to the video talking about him, which was glorious. And then the coach reacts to them reacting. It is wonderful. I can't recommend that fucking voice coach enough. Let me see if I can find one of his things really quickly so I can just pull it up with minimal off stream. David J.P. Phillips is the guy, and that is his YouTube channel. But he is glorious. You'd like him. He very much goes over, like, how do you deal with stress and anxiety? So I'm going to put myself in the most stressful and anxious situation I possibly can and just go through the steps with everyone while I am also flipping the fuck out. And it's just like, aw, you baby. I love you, but poor baby. Alright. But yeah, it's just a good time. But yeah, you should go, Tom, to whatever you have going on. I will catch you later, my dude. Go back to work. I think you just forgot to lift. Okay, there it goes. Right, I'm on streamer mode. I don't get Discord notifications. Oh, and now he's back, and now he's gone. Alright. Well. Chris Call Kerman and Bill Kerman. Alright. Well, turn that on, and away we go. So one of the problems when you start doing tiered booster setups like this is that, of course, each tier has more mass to deal with, and so you run into diminishing returns. So, like, as you can see, like, we're halfway through, and I'm nowhere near the altitude I usually get with these things, or speed for that matter. And so, like, even with, you know, what it is, I'm only seeing, you know, like 300. Like, yeah, I'm still in the lower atmosphere after that first wave. So we are going to go ahead and just straight trigger this wave. No questions. Just gonna let those slam to the ground and die. So now we are starting to see a bit more space, a bit more movement here. Some more thrust, some more increase. And now we will probably reach high atmosphere on this set of boosters, which still leaves us one set of boosters to work with. So this one will actually leave the planet pretty handily, I think. We are just going to keep going. So we are getting enough thrust. We'll put it that way. So, God damn it, who does this? If you're not careful and you're not watching, which, you know, I caught it in time, because of course I did. I'm literally doing nothing but going straight up with boosters right now. I have no reason not to do this. But, yeah, if you're not careful, since there's no coupler separation here, for lack of a better way to put it. I should actually probably turn this down a bit. I'll try to go like this. Don't know how quickly this is going to burn through fuel. So I do kind of want to be careful here, but at this stage, where's the moon? Okay. I look like I'm gonna do alright here. I might want to actually trigger it a bit this way. But we are seeing a steady increase in our apoapsis, which is the furthest away from the planet we get in an orbit. which is good, because we want to break out of here. Okay, I'm going too low, I guess. So let's go ahead and put more fuel on here. Let's go ahead and run it at full maximum prograde, I guess, because we do want to break out from the planet. That is the goal. It's always been the goal. It always will be the goal. So right now, we have a lot more mass than we usually do, which is unfortunate. But we also have... That also, by extension, does mean we have a lot more fuel than we normally have. That said, this was a new hybrid engine that I'm testing, and it was purely just because it actually lined up with the tanks, so I don't know how good it actually is in or out of orbit. So it's entirely possible that this is just a garbage turns well, though. It's entirely possible that that is just a garbage engine. We're gonna go ahead and just drop it to like that, and we'll see how well this goes in terms of putting us towards the... So we are seeing that steady increase because we're still affected by Earth's gravity, but we're out of atmosphere, so we don't have to worry about the atmospheric problems. Now, it does seem that there's a good amount of fuel in here, so we might make it again. By make it again, I mean make it at least to the moon. But yeah, so we are seeing that steady increase. We don't want to go full throttle. Full throttle is almost always a bad idea. So basically, we want to face target, near as I can tell. I could be wrong. We might actually want this to be halfway between target and prograde. Again, I am not a rocket scientist. I don't know rocket science. That said, I think we are going to successfully get out of orbit here. Unfortunately. Well, unfortunately for the Kerbal, fortunately for me. Let's put it that way. Fortunate for the Kerbal, because odds are they're never going to come home again. Okay. And that is... Okay, let's go a little bit more. Oh, I like this. I like this a lot. So if we go ahead and boost the time up. So what's actually going to happen here is we're going to create a very haphazard and awkward periapsis. And apopsis. This is going to be a very awkward thing because of just how we've set it up. That said, I'm actually going to see if I can pull this off. Because what's going to happen here, it looks like, is we're going to come into the gravity well, and we're moving slowly enough, in this case, that it's actually just going to pull us down here. pull us into a completely awkward, glorious, weird cycle between the two. Now, if this is the case, and, you know, if we really get that close, and we could theoretically get that close again, which, you know, all signs seem to indicate, provided this is not just a fancy way of saying we are going to crash into the planet and die, which is possible, actually, now that I'm looking at it. Oh boy, that is concerning. So yeah, we're going to be affected by its gravity while it's all the way out here, so maybe we'll be fine. But we are going to get so close that it's just going to frickin' throw us back. And actually on that periapsis... No, that periapsis is far enough. Over 100,000. Seems to be what you need in Kerbal to be successful there. So we're good on that front. And if this works, first off, great. Because that means we will be golden. We're going to go ahead and tick the time up a bit more because, you know, nothing bad is happening currently. We are actually going to want to face retrograde here. That's what I'm going to try to do. Yeah, so the periapsis, yeah, we're still plenty far out on that. So when we get there... Yeah. And we are now where we are supposed to be. So we're coming in here. And I'm gonna want to, when we make it to periapsis, I am going to want to burn retrograde and see if I can get an orbit established. That said, we're going to drop to this real quick. It's going to turn retrograde. Anyone want to give me a crew report? No. Because of course we don't. Can you go Eva? I probably already did this. Yes, I did. Oh god, you could just tell them to remove their helmets in space. Yeah, that won't go badly at all. Oh, I forgot to give them climbing struts down. Shoot. That's unfortunate. Oh well. Actually, at this point, though, I might need to do the U. Observe Mystery Goo. Nope. No, I already did it from the moon. Okay. I can't keep track, I'll be honest with you. So we're gonna go ahead and let ourselves be getting closer to the moon. If we can. I don't know why I can't. But nothing is lighting up when I hover over the correct things. I don't know why. I know I went Evo, but okay, maybe it's because it was autosaving? No, still nothing. No, I went Evo, but she's back in now. She's fine. This shouldn't be an issue. Well, this is frustrating. Honestly, I might mess around with some things and see how it goes. Yeah, so I'll try leaving my Discord call first, because technically that is also up in that corner, and I can't help but wonder if that's what's causing some of these issues. No, it is not. Okay, so for whatever reason, This is just decided I'm not allowed to fast forward. Great. That is actually incredibly problematic. Say that is because, again, if you'll notice, I've got supposedly 35 minutes before anything kicks off. So something is up. Got plenty of electricity, though, so there is that. The Mon situation escaping. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and add him a new... Actually, I did not realize I could do that. So we're gonna go ahead and just do the warp there. Because for whatever reason, it's denied my ability to mess with time any. So we're just gonna warp close. Now that we're stuck back on 1, we're gonna go ahead and turn retrograde, and we're actually gonna go ahead and boost retrograde for a minute here. And see if that doesn't work. Alright, now we need to face radial in. Oh, this is not. Okay, radial out. Correction. We're gonna give it just a bit here. I believe that's out enough. Let's hit retrograde. Mission accomplished, boys. We've done it. We now have a stable orbit of the moon. Said I am going to burn retrograde a bit. Oh, maybe that's why. It's because I had it on maneuver mode. So let's see if we can't actually land on the moon, shall we? This is actually a very technically. Alright, perfect. So if we now allow ourselves to... No, time's still not flipping. Still no access to the time for whatever reason. That said, we are going to just take advantage of the warp then. Because apparently that's the only way to get anything done now. I don't know why. We are getting closer, which is good. Tick a little bit of thrust. Not a whole lot, just enough to slow us down a bit. We don't have enough, as I'm sure you've noticed. We do not have enough fuel to even attempt getting back to Kerbin. So these people are going to be stranded on this rock. I don't know why it just arbitrarily takes my ability to mess with time away. But it does. Here we are. Still, we're coming down pretty rapidly. Can we crew report from here? We can. We absolutely are going to go ahead and transmit science. From the things that can. So that, the thermometer, if I can find it. The barometer, if I can find it. We're going to log all that science. We're going to go ahead and slow ourselves down a bit. Now things are the way they're meant to be. Oh my god. Mistakes were made. Fuck. 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 Well! Yeah, I know. This crew isn't making it back. It's fine. All hatches are obstructed. Great. Hey, apparently that many inline reactors generates enough torque for me to just completely flip this thing on the moon. What the fuck? Okay, now we're not. Go ahead and EVA, take surface sample. I mean, that would be great if I could get back, but I can't, so I'm just going to transmit all this data. Review, transfer. Yes, I know it's not as much, but it's what I can get. Unfortunately, but that's life. Yep. Still plenty of science from these people who are now abandoned on the moon. Okay. Swear it's spinning again. Yep, it absolutely is. Great. Actually, you... Oof. Do you not have a flag? Oh, yes, you do. We're gonna go ahead and plant a flag. And with that, unable to remove help. Okay. They don't let you kill your people like that anyway. Thank you. Welcome aboard, by the way. Yeah, these Kerbals are stuck here forever, though. It's kind of unfortunate, but here we are. I need to see if I can get this person back to where I want them to be, which is up there. But probably not. That said, doesn't matter. These people have met all of the goals I wanted for them. That is to say... Okay, so was that an F to climb on there that I saw? Yes, it was. Cool. Okay, but it's literally to just pick yourself up off that, and I immediately bounce them. Yeah, eventually being the key word there. Very eventually. Because they're never getting out. No, but the reality is I'm getting there tech-wise eventually, but then there's skill-wise. Skill-wise is going to be the real challenge for them. But yes, I now have one group on the moon. The Monstrosity 3.0 is lost to space. The second try is just out of fuel and stuck there until I can get something that'll let me grab onto him and get him home. And, yeah. Driscoll, I mean, if I could get her to board the ship again, I would. But kind of did not remember to design steps on that one. So, bit of an oops, but it's gone forever. Keep saying gone forever when it's not actually gone forever, but still. Just gonna hit some more research. Could go for actuators, actually. That would be what I need to if we're... Yeah, because it's the advanced grabbing unit, if I remember right. That... will let me grab on, at least. What's up? What am I waiting for? Yeah. Yeah, that is true. And I do need to remember to stick them on more of my things. Like I said, it's less the science, because since I did just grab actuators, I could theoretically start rescuing people. And if I just brought cargo cabins. But the big concern is less having the technical means of doing so, and more I'm actually just trash. That's what it boils down to. And I already have enough inline stabilizers. I don't think I need the next level yet. I don't really go into that, and I'm not worried about that right now. Girders are neat and all, but Okay. This is useful. I should get that because I do need docking ports. And that's going to be my science for now. Just that stuff. So for a man with no background in science or in anything really, we now need to design a ship capable of doing a few things. First off, of picking up our poor people that are stuck in the ether. Actually, I could probably just do that. Slap a docking port on there, so now no matter what, it can attach to things, which is neat. The advanced grabbing unit, I believe, is what we would need to pick up our poor boy that is stuck in orbit forever. Could be wrong about that. I don't think That said, I would need to design it properly for that, and this sure as heck ain't. This would be more of a good satellite setup, which I think actually I might just do. Scrap that, replace it with the Stay Put Nick. Before I stick that on there, inline reaction wheelboy. And then have the game crap out because I accidentally put it on the side while it's still on hexagonal symmetry. So yeah, this could be good. Cargo storage, experimental control station. Yeah, I don't know what any of that is. Why no nose cones? Because I stick parachutes on there instead. Like, that had a parachute on it, which is the main reason why no nose cones. And more or less the only one. Will this ever come down? Probably not. So do I need parachutes? Probably not. However, we can actually go ahead and scrap that. I don't know why I set it out in the middle of nowhere when I'm planning to get rid of it entirely, but, you know. Yeah. No, I absolutely can. I just do a why not both. That said, now that we have the drone, it's not as feasible for that. But it is purely a cosmetic why not both. Well, not cosmetic, because cosmetically better would absolutely be nose cones. No argument there. But yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and have these. I don't know if these actually work in terms of communications, but we're gonna try to do another communications satellite, I think. We're gonna try to get this one in orbit of the moon. We'll see how well that actually works out for me. I'm willing to bet poorly, because everything works out poorly for me. We'll call this the Is This Enough Boosters satellite, to distinguish it from the previous Is This Enough Boosters, which is, what? Yeah. I know, but it's functional. I know that's not an excuse, but it's what it be. You know, I could actually go ahead and just do this too, come to think. Just go ahead and stick the wings on. Which one even is this? I am very good at this. Just, I'm gonna pick up something and then completely forget what I grabbed. So when it comes time to try and make this work, it's just not going to. Cause hoo boy, I'm good at that. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Yeah, it absolutely does. But the thing is, in terms of actual efficiency, it's garbage. It's absolute garbage. But the actual thrust locations are symmetrical enough that it doesn't hurt that much. That I can still get what I need out of it. And it's doing that again. You know, I always forget to do that. Until much later. So you are correct that my aerodynamics is garbage. And yeah, that one doesn't. You could stick nose cones on there, I guess, but they're not designed for it either. So we'll go ahead, see how this is in practice, see if we can get an actual communication satellite in orbit around the moon. So we're going to see how the winglets fare on the outside of this. See if that actually improves my lift any. Probably not. Nope, we're already swaying slightly because they're all asymmetrical, because of course they are. Because I am SMR2 smart, and boy howdy, I never turned on. Right, I don't know what it is that I can't do SAS. Because I thought that's what the inline reactor wheels are for. Yes, that was where I screwed up, was no SAS. But yeah, for whatever reason, it doesn't let me trigger SAS, even though I have these inline reactor wheels. So if I do that, yeah, it doesn't let me. So yeah, this is going to end terribly. Because it's taking everything I have just to keep this thing, stable-ish. Probe core is the shittiest in the game. Well, that is fair. That said, yeah, this is going to be a revert. This is going to be a revert to vehicle assembly. We'll see if one of the other cores is better, honestly. The answer to that is probably. Probably yes it is. Yes, the not crappy probe core. Okay, so the Probodyne Octo is what I'm hearing I need to use there. Yeah, the Probodyne Octo. The Lander Can is a regular one. Okay, so yeah, the Probodyne Octo appears to be the good one. Curb. I don't see why there's a difference, though. I'm not arguing whether or not there is one. I'm saying I don't understand why there is one. No, I could put a nose cone on here actually instead of a. There's aerodynamics. That just looks bad. And that one's even bigger, so it looks even worse. Do you have a smaller nose cone? Eh. Good enough. Is it actually good? No. Oh, since this is actually, let's go ahead and try to make this look somewhat better on there. Actually go ahead and quad nose cone this. Should I nose cone my boosters? I don't think there's really a need because it's all going to just go away anyway, but who knows? Let's see if this makes a difference, honestly. Because I don't know. Everything I know in this game is trial and error. So let's see if the better probe core can use SAS. It should be able to, and the game's going to freeze on attempt to launch, which is rough but fair. Alright, yep, this one has SAS. We're good on that one. Okay, cool. Yep, thank you. And we're going to go ahead and launch. So, thank God for that. It's actually stable. You can't do any of the fun things that a pilot can, because I suppose it's simulating the automatic nature of it all. Because I can't do any of the probe, like, SAS prograde, interrograde, etc., which is a bit of a bummer, but normalizing is the biggest important thing, so that's fine. It's a bit tilted, but it's not doing anything, so I guess it's fine. Okay, so it's just higher up on the core, just keep going higher, okay. Thank you. And so now we cast off the, oh, that's an interesting thing to watch, but cast that off. we absolutely can make it to the moon and make it into orbit. We have done it. That looks wonky as crap. Aerodynamically sounding now. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and tick that as is, I think. I mean, I'm probably late on my gravity turn, but I don't know how well this will go with gravity turn. This is the direction, unfortunately. I want to keep it in the line still. Yeah. That's what I figured. That does not surprise me. You'll notice I am, to put it delicately, far from optimal in just about all of my handlings. Like I said, I have no background in any of this. Should probably actually put some thrust on there so I'm not going backwards. But yeah, and I especially want a good gravity turn here because the whole moon's that way. So if I can use the gravity well, that would be better. But yeah, no background in rocket science, no real knowledge going into this. My last physics class was, I want to say, 7, 8 years ago now. That is true. Yeah, I have seen on YouTube people like Zisto. Zisto did a lot of this actually back in the day, where it's, yeah, if you do your gravity turn right, it saves you a lot of energy and, yep, efficiency. But like I said, everything for me is trial and error. Literally everything is just like, did this work for me? Yeah, no, cool. If it worked, let's try and figure out why it worked and if I can repeat it working. If it didn't, well, yeah. We are burning. I probably shouldn't be burning at full outside of atmosphere, especially not this early, but, you know, it's... Alright. Yeah, so... Go ahead and drop this down to half, I think. Would be good. Because I don't need it, strictly speaking, to be all that nuts outside of that. So yeah, we're going good on this. I like what I'm seeing here. I don't know. Okay, so I want to go... What even is that? I want to go there, and I want to continue going prograde. But we are going where we want to go, which is... I'll call that a net positive. Or at least I'm going where I want. Y'all have constructive criticism for me, so it's obviously not weird. Constructive is the key word there. But we're going. Let's see if this works out for me. Looks like it's going to. Even if I wasn't planning on leaving the gravity well here, we would actually be in not quite yet stable orbit, but we absolutely could get a stable orbit before we have. Okay, let's see. What's the problem here? Aside from... Okay, I think I'm going the wrong way in terms of... No, I'm not. Okay, let's see. If we set this as target... Okay, so my target position at closest approach is there. If anything, I do actually want to burn a bit radial in. Is where I want to be looking at this. Because that, yep, that's already turning me back in. Yes, actually. I am trying to take your advice, at least somewhat, as I'm listening here. I apologize if it seems like I'm not, or that I don't appreciate it. I do. Every little bit helps. And you will probably save me a... sorry. I am sorry, my friend. Because I understand it, going target is literally just pointing you directly at it, which you don't want to do, but it is helpful for seeing the directions you do want to go. So yeah, right now I am closing the gap there. I probably already burned way too much fuel to actually make this, though. Also, I don't know what the delay on my Twitch chat is, to be perfectly honest, so I don't know how old your cringe is. And I do apologize for that, but... Oh, yep, it looks like I am going to hit... I'm down for that, actually, but... That would require me to hop off here a bit, unfortunate, is the part of that I'm leery of. So yeah, we are going to... Yeah, I don't think I have enough fuel at this point. I believe I have chucked it. I'd be down for a Discord call. I don't remember what my freaking Discord hashtag is offhand, though. That said, yes, absolutely. Any and all advice is good advice at this point. Okay. So we are getting closer. That said, I am probably going to need to reverse this flight as well. Which... That is true. That is very true, it would. We're going to go ahead and just warp out. Because we're going to see if I can pull this off. It looks like I'm barely inside the gravity well. So I'm going to go ahead and say probably not. But you never know. Let's go ahead and warp there. As it's closer. Yeah, we don't want to quite be at periapsis where we warp, but we do want to be close. And so we're going to sit here, and we're going to start slowly burning retrograde with what little fuel we have left. And it's not enough. No surprise there. Yep, no surprise there. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and revert to launch. I'll actually pull up my Discord real quick and see what my thing is. Not that, this. Yeah. So there's my Discord. Everybody make of it what you will. Okay. That makes perfect sense. Alright. Where's the thing on here?